your
You will not be entering me anywhere.
Lack of value.
The condo side of things, in that 1 to 1.5 range in downtown Vancouver, is a completely different scenario. That's Michael, and I'm the one with the crystal ball.
I think you're wrong, but anyway.
Okay. Yeah, and
the arrogance is still out there, folks.
Must be 4 and 5 years. Wow.
What the hell was that?
This is like a gargle in my throat. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sharp Stories. Yeah.
That was the most underwhelming, abrupt introduction of all time.
What are we doing?
I'm taking this off because now I'm ready. Okay.
Okay, can we start again?
Why start again?
Start again. Yes, welcome everybody to the latest Sharp Stories. This is the December 2021 real estate update in Vancouver. And you can just tell.
Have no charisma today, do you?
Well, it's the same. I don't like to repeat myself.
Then quit trying to take
repeat myself.
So they just hear you first.
I always repeat.
We are here today for the Sharp Stories December 2022 market update.
December 2021, so that's a great start.
December 2021 market update.
So you've managed.
It's January 2022, and now we're going to get into the numbers because they're fantastic.
So that's what you've managed to copy what I've said almost to the word.
It's all in the delivery.
And make it seem like you're far more sweet.
And you deliver it like you're 95 and just.
It helps
tired.
if you get the words right.
And just tired.
Well, I'm tired of saying the same thing, but yes, we'll go over the numbers, and believe it or not, even though our excitement is overwhelming,
my excitement
right now, that's sarcasm is what I was getting at.
Okay.
It's the same story. It's the same story. Like, it's not a Christmas miracle.
That was a good title.
Inventory is down.
Inventory's down. The market's hot.
Sales numbers, ironically, those sales numbers are actually down.
Of course they are, because there's nothing to buy.
There we go. So year over year, December 2020 versus December 2021, sales are actually down about 13%, and inventory is down year over year 19%.
And there you have it.
Sales to active listings ratio is currently sitting. Oh, whose phone is that ringing now?
It should have been on
after the amount of stick you gave me a couple of weeks ago for that.
Should have been on vibrate. I do apologize.
Don't let us stop you.
Nope.
That was the wife, and you will be destroyed for ignoring that call later on.
I have her caller ID.
Babe, I'm sorry.
That was an unknown number. Who will leave a message if it's important.
Oh, probably Canada's CRA trying to get hold of you because they've got an arrest warrant out for you.
Yes, probably. Or the border services, of course.
Regardless, I think it's at about 50% the
about
sales to active listings ratio.
Thought you were the man with the numbers.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter too much because anything above 20% puts pressure on prices upwards. We've been above 20% for a hot minute now, also known as like 18 months.
A hot minute?
A hot minute, yeah.
Just got all the street slang with you today.
Oh yeah, down with the kids.
Oh Jesus. See. Good point. Anything over 20s and 30% wise, I don't think it really matters anymore. 40%, 50%, 60%, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Everyone's feeling the same pressure, which is the sales are down because there's nothing to buy. Just a bunch of stuff left over that shouldn't be bought anyway.
Yeah, I will say that there is stuff which is still available, like you said, but it is kind of telling that the market is not, at least in certain categories, the market is not just willing to buy anything because it's available. I mean, we were having a chat with a colleague the other day, and this morning actually, about a home that they went to see, and this thing was like, it's a detached house and it's slanted. It's like foundation is like that. It's shot. It's done. And even that went for close, like 1.4 to 1.5 million in multiple offers, subject free.
Out near the farm, yeah.
I'm extremely sorry if you're the buyers of that home and you know who you are and you're listening to this, but unfortunately you got shafted and you're going to be losing money on that for a while.
Maybe they needed to get in, and the kids coming, and
of course, because
always a valid
you need
reason
to get into a home so much that you're willing to buy arguably an unsafe house which is about to slope down the avalanche hill.
I'd live in a teardown. My wife
do live in a
wouldn't.
teardown.
Jesus. Good thing she doesn't.
I know. Thankfully, she's not the one.
The other one out in the valley. So a lot of people, I find this push of the market, the last push was, there was a huge push, as we know, to Squamish a handful of years ago. North Shore has always been that kind of secondary market. Obviously, there's people that love the North Shore, but when you couldn't afford Vancouver, you jumped to the North Shore before. Now, there's not really that premium at all. It offers all the value propositions it does, but it's just as crazy as the Vancouver market in North Van there, if not more. But before that big push to Squamish, it was always a push back east, Burnaby, behind Burnaby, Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam, Tri-Cities. And that, where that house is the leaning house is out there, because you're looking at kind of $1.3 million to $1.6 million range for livable detached. Obviously, I chose the
and that
the
in itself is, and I'm given you don't live in a teardown at all, but the fact that you're out that far, like Poco areas and beyond, paying 1.3 to 1.6 for a respectably livable home. And when we say respectably livable home, we're not talking about fully renovated, like to the
it's
nines.
like a clean 60s house.
And I don't think personally, and this is where we disagree, I don't think that type of market can sustain, especially out there, for that long. And I think that there is going to be an adjustment on those prices significantly. Whether that comes, and this is where we disagree, whether that comes, over the course of the next 6 to 12 months when they start upping rates, or whether it's going to come over the next few years, I think is going to happen. And I feel now a lot of people were, I need to get in. And then, because that leaning house is not a one-off, a lot of these people are going to, unfortunately, think,
Well, there's always people buying things they shouldn't buy because their budget permits and they want to buy.
Yeah, but I think even more so now, I think because of the way that the market has been inflated. And I mean, don't get me wrong, over the course, if you're planning to be there for like 10 years, I think you're going to absorb that loss and then build back up. So I think you're going to be okay if you're there for the long run. But if you're someone who likes to check it every year, 2 years, 3 years, possibly 4 and 5 years, wow.
What the hell was that?
It's just like a gargle in my throat. I think you could have, there's going to be a little bit, I hope you're used to watching the stock market and seeing your stock go down and know that you just need to hold on to it to see it go back up, basically. Put it that way. It's going to be the same philosophy.
I disagree.
You would. I could tell you water's wet and you'd be like, no, it feels dry.
Because I have common sense. Another house colleague we're speaking to, 1.2 in Coquitlam, 41 offers, sold at 1.61 or something. 1,900 square feet, 3 beds, 3 baths. Like, it's getting a little crazy, but that's crazy compared to what we have seen in the past. Now we have cheap money and people want to buy something. And yeah, this is the new benchmark, creating environment. They're not overpaying. They're paying market value.
What I want to know is what is the demand going to look like over the next, once this whole COVID craziness saunters down, what is the demand going to look like? Because there's just been so much purchasing in the market, and it's all high and it's all high and it's all high and it's pushing it up here, but that's got to have a significant knock-on effect to our numbers over, say, the next coming 5 to 6 years.
If the rates actually bump up significantly, meaning more than 1 full percent now, I believe, I would start considering that significant based on the debt service of everything. Then that will have an effect. If not, I mean, they can go lower.
They're not going to go lower.
I said that when I got mine at 295, it was cheap.
They're not going to go lower. I'm calling that right now. I never called that.
These things you call are unbelievable. Anyway, if and when the rates go lower, that will assist. If the rates stay the same, that will assist the market continually moving in the direction that it currently is. The whole issue again comes back to inventory. There wouldn't have been 41 offers or the leaning house sale at that price if there was inventory to choose from and there wasn't 20 people trying to attack
The Leaning Tower of House.
The Leaning Tower of House.
That's the new name for it. And don't get me wrong, like that one you're talking about, the 1.6 one, again, that's high for those areas, but I understand the market changes, and that's a little bit more bearable. But some of these ones that are...
Yeah, but they bought a house that leaned for 200 grand less. Can the lien be fixed for 200? If it can, then it's break even.
And renovated to the standard, and it's in a different area.
Details.
I don't think...
Did the guy that buy it, is he a contractor? Can he get everything at cost? You don't know.
Okay.
So maybe they're not working
Now you're talking about anomalies. Now you're talking about anomalies. I think that there's going to be a significant effect, and over the period of half a decade, once this all slows down, we're going to see significantly lower amounts of buyer demand, purely because everyone's has already been out there and bought.
No.
That's my call. Yeah. And I'm the one with the crystal ball.
I think you're wrong. But anyway.
Okay.
What else? What else do we got?
No, I think that's it, because I think that's all we need. Like, if you want to look at particular numbers, give us a call, a text, or drop us an email, and we'll happily get those to you. There's just so many...
To your micro market, which is all that matters.
There's so many micro markets. There's too many for us to go through just in the course of a blog, video, podcast. But
blog anymore.
There is a blog. I wrote the blog.
Actually, we do. That's true.
Yeah,
Jesus.
It's on the blogs and the shared drive, like I tell you every week, and you persist in asking me where it is. It's the absolute worst. Nonetheless, micro markets are changing. And because of that, like, we're talking about houses going for what they're going for right now. But the condo side of things, in that 1 to 1.5 range in downtown Vancouver, is a completely different scenario. So all of these numbers, they're so overall market encapsulated that you still need to look at your micro market, because you could be in two opposite types of the market. And I'm seeing that a lot on the more luxury side of things now. They look at the news, they're not, and everyone will say like the rich are a different class and whatnot, and they live different lives, but they follow the same information as we do. And a lot of them...
They do live a different life. Okay. They are better than most.
Oh, wow. A lot of them are looking at like these news headlines.
All the same, equality, blah, blah, blah.
These news headlines, socialist. These news headlines and stuff like that, and they're pricing according to that. But, you know, a house under 2 million is very different from a house above 4 million.
Of course, for example, right now we sit in this beautiful 1-bedroom, 650 square feet that's coming to market next week. Higher end finishings.
Yeah, this is a nice one.
Water view, beautiful space, which we'll see shortly. But there's no comparables.
No, it's all completely different.
So it's every little micro market. Yes, it's different and has its own details.
To end this note on a funny story, I went to view a unit the other day in Cole Harbour.
You did some work?
With some buyers.
Wow.
Occasionally, put in 15 minutes here and there. Occasionally. So we went to see this unit. Nice unit. I looked at the comparables.
Can you tell us what building it was in?
No. I looked at the comparables, but West Pender Place.
Ooh, I almost did the pre-sale of that.
No.
Told me I wasn't allowed. They sent me to Surrey. That's a whole other story for next.
It's very
next
accurate.
Episode. It was unbelievable.
Anyway, so went to this West Pender Place showing. Had a look at the comparables before the showing. The unit directly above, exact same layout, view, everything, just unit above, sold for $225,000 less than what this unit below is asking for.
How long ago?
A couple months. Agent follows up with me and says to me, "Are your buyers interested?" "No, it's priced too high." And she calls me back and she tries spinning. Don't BS her, BS her. She tried spinning that the market has changed since November 2021. And it's now worth, and she said she and her buyer are willing to entertain, and her seller, sorry, are willing to entertain an offer from me. However, I should be warned, keyword warned, there's only minimal negotiation power in the price. Yeah, and
The arrogance is still out there, folks.
That's a key reason why you should be looking at your market, what's happening, and comparables, and not just going with the old, the market has changed. And don't look at your assessment either.
Ugh, no, don't look at the assessment.
Don't look at the assessment. But I think that pretty much sums it up. We could go into more and more specific numbers, but it paints the same picture. We've been talking about it for what feels like forever now. So I think that wraps us up for this week.
I do wish you all a good week.
A pleasant,
we'll be back here
pleasant
next
week in Vancouver.
I will enter us into the video properly without your dribble. Your
you will not be entering me anywhere.
Lack of value.
On that note, thanks guys.
So unnecessary. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna roll today.